Hello everyone. Hope all of you are safe, healthy and fit. Welcome to this session. This is the first session of Living World, class 11. I am Sister Renzi. Topics to be covered are introduction, what is living, diversity in the living world, taxonomic categories, taxonomical aids. What is life? We may have many answers. Life is philosophy, life is stunning, life is nature. But here there's a small description given about life. Life is a unique. We are unique. Complex organization. We are made up of complex of molecules, atoms, expressing through chemical reactions. Chemical reactions are taking place such as digestion, respiration, transportation, etc., which lead to growth. Of course, growth takes place in our body, development takes place, responsiveness, adaptation, and reproduction. So, no need of remembering or revising the big terms of life. Here, there is a small description about life. Next, what's a living organism? How can we define living organism? It's a technical term, it's a very complicated thing, but it's very easy. What are we? We are self-replicating, self-regulating, interactive system and capable of responding to stimuli. A living organism is self-replica evolving and self-regulating interactive system capable of responding to stimuli. So, self-replicating means we have mitosis in our body, evolving, of course we are all evolving. Self-regulating, we perform various metabolic activities in our body without external sources. Then interactive in between the systems, that means interaction between the hormones, nervous system, etc., etc. Then responding to the stimuli, responding to the external stimuli. If you touch the hot object, you move your hand away like that. Now next, moving to characteristic features of living organisms. What are the properties of living organisms? They are growth, reproduction, metabolism, cellular organization, consciousness. All these things makes the living organism. Coming to growth. What is growth? In plants, growth continues throughout their lifespan. In animals, growth is only up to a certain age. However, cell division occurs to replace last cells. One cell gets divided into two. Cells are getting more in number and in reasons. Plants grow from small saplings and it's a continuous process. And animals will be able to grow up to a certain age. So we cannot call growth as a property of a living organism. We have heard that Himalayas grows every year 1 inch. So that's not a property of living organism. So that we cannot say that Himalayas are living organism. Basically, growth is increase in mass and size. Thus, non-living objects also grow. So growth is not a defining property of living organisms. In living organisms, growth is from inside. Reproduction. It is the production of progeny having features similar to those of parents. Organisms reproduce asexually and sexually. In unicellular organisms, growth and reproduction are same because they reproduce by cell division. Many organisms do not reproduce. So we cannot consider reproduction as the property of living organisms. Examples, mules, worker bees, etc. Infertile human couples, etc. Hence, reproduction is not perfect defining property of living organisms. Mules and worker bee, infertile couples, are incapable of producing their own progeny. So the important point to remember is that reproduction is not the property of living organisms. It is the sum total of biochemical reactions taking place inside a living system. It's a defining feature of living organism. What occurs? A life process occurs in our body. We have catabolic pathways. As you see in this image, big food particles comes inside the cell and is broken down into small pieces. These small pieces broken down by the various chemical reactions in the cell and are used to produce some molecules in the cell, and that process of cell is called anabolic metabolism. We do many metabolic reactions in lab. Metabolic reactions can be demonstrated outside the body in cell-free systems. Isolated metabolic reactions in vitro are not living things but are living reactions. Organisms are made up of one or more cells. It is a defined feature of living organisms. Cells made up of tissue, tissues are made up of organs makes the organ system and makes a complete organism. So plants have plant cells, animals have animal cells. They do their function according to what they are assigned to. Property of living organism, and the last one is of consciousness. We respond to the certain environmental conditions. It is the ability of organisms to sense their environment and respond to environmental stimuli like water, light, temperature, other organisms, chemicals, pollutants, etc. For example, if we touch the hot object, we move our hand. If we face towards light, just we put our hands on our face. Or something fall over our foot, we shout. So all these proves that you are not stone, you have to respond. So the important feature of the living organism is consciousness. All the living organisms are aware of their surroundings, so is the defining property of living organisms. So here are two examples given, Mimosa pudica and Venus flytrap. What are their functions? How do they trap the organisms? When we are touching the Mimosa pudica, how does it respond to? All this we have learned in class 9th. So the important points to remember here in the living world are: organism who possess life is living. Life is a complex organization expressing itself through chemical reactions and exhibit characteristics of living organisms. So what are the characteristics of living organisms that which we have come across? Growth, reproduction, metabolism, cellular organization, consciousness, self-replicating and regulation. Reproduction and growth are not defining properties. We have just come across. Metabolism, cellular organization and consciousness are the defining properties. Living organisms are self-replicating, evolving, self-regulating and interactive systems capable of responding to external stimuli. We as human, we can't be compared to any other living organisms. We have sympathy, empathy, we have happiness, sadness. That's how we all balance the things and we learn. Of course, animals also learn. They learned how to hunt, how to make nest. But we are different from animal. We have a universe in our head. We are capable of doing many things. So homework for you today. Define the property of living organisms. What are the properties of living organisms? You may write and learn. So that's all for today. Stay tuned. Thank you.